Can you talk about how Epic's success so far has impacted you? How us, the community, has impacted you? How does it feel to know that Epic is inspiring and motivating other creators? That's a very nice question. You know, Epic for me needed to work. For those of you who don't know, I used to, originally before I was doing theater and stuff, I was actually studying for pre-med and medicine and this and that, I was like shadowing surgeons and doctors, and I was in high school, and then when I went to university, it was actually originally for pre-med. And so when I switched from medicine to theater, I was terrified. Don't get me wrong, I was hyping myself up and I was like, I got this, I can do this, but also I was terrified. I finished writing my first musical in college, and then COVID hit, and any plans that I had, any paths forward were suddenly felt like they were gone or less clear, and it was terrifying. And so after college, I went back to the guest bedroom of my parents' apartment, and for years I just stayed there working on Epic. And it was stressing me out the whole time because I didn't have like a fallback plan. I was just like, okay, I'm writing this thing and it's gotta work. It's gotta be good, And it needed to be good because I didn't have a fallback plan. I didn't know what I would do if Epic failed, so it had to be good. And I've said this before, but the first time I posted a video about Epic online in like 2021, I was so stressed out when I posted that video that I was like crying that night. I was stressed out. I couldn't sleep, and I was texting my friends like, man, no one's gonna like this. This is, it's too soon. It's not done yet. I should take it down and then keep working on it and then show. And so when people ask me, how has Epic's success impacted you? It's changed my life. I can pay for rent now, which is huge. I couldn't do that before. I get like stopped everywhere I go because someone's like, oh, I love Epic, and they're super nice and stuff, It worked out, I don't know why I'm getting all emotional over this. For so long, people would be like, hey, so what do you do? What are you up to? And I'd say like, oh, I'm writing a musical. And then they'd ask me the same thing or something similar like 2 years later, like, oh, how's that musical going? I'm like, it's going well. I'm working on it. I'm writing it, this and that. And I'm just so thankful it worked out, man. I'm so thankful. Now, the community has impacted me in so many amazing ways, but I think one of the best ways that the community has impacted me is really helping me like accept myself, I think for a very long time, I always felt like everything I needed to be very, I feel like for so long, I always thought that I needed to prove something, and then because the community around Epic has been so kind and funny and supportive, it's really allowed me to feel more comfortable being, goofy and stuff, because I like making jokes and having fun and laughing, and like my biggest inspirations are like Sora and All Might. Sora from Kingdom Hearts and All Might from My Hero Academia, because they're always smiling. And so it makes me very happy, and I'm so thankful that I get to kind of share that with other people. Like, I love that I can make videos about like how I love video games and anime and animation and movies and this and that, and we can like bond over a mutual appreciation for those mediums of art. And I love that I can post a video making funny sounds, and you'll make funny sounds back at me, and we'll like have like a funny sound conversation. And there were so many times where during the process of writing Epic, I would like hang out in a voice chat or a video chat with a bunch of other people in the Epic community, and they would be so nice, if I was just like, oh yeah, I'm having trouble working today, but I just wanted some company, so I'm gonna hang out on this video chat, and other people would be hanging out too, and they would be talking or playing games, and I'm just working on my thing. And it was just so nice to have that virtual company, especially at a time when everybody was like quarantined, and I was just in the guest bedroom of my parents' apartment for years, and I didn't go anywhere, didn't see anybody. Anyways, sorry, I'll stop being all smooshy and emotional, but you guys mean so much to me, and Epic means so much to me, and getting to experience this journey and getting to share this journey with you guys has meant everything to me. Everything. And so to answer the third question, which is how does it feel to know that Epic is inspiring and motivating other creators? It I feel great. I'm very happy, and I'm honored. I'm honored when if somebody tells me like, "Hey, I'm writing this thing, and I'm super inspired by your work and an epic." I'm just so honored and thankful and over the moon, and I want them to succeed. It's one of my like missions, or one of the things that kind of guides me when I'm writing, is I want to write stuff that inspires others the way that I was inspired when I would watch shows that I like. I was just thinking of times where I would watch, like, I don't know, an episode of Attack on Titan, and I'd literally be in my seat. I'm like, you know, or if I don't know, if I'm like, I don't know, if I'm watching a thing or I'm playing a game, and like the boss comes in and it's a second phase, and then a new battle theme comes in, and I'm like, oh, you know, I want to do that with my writing and to other people. But to hear that there are other creators who are feeling inspired by Epic, it makes me so happy, because that's the goal. And then they can make cool stuff, and I can watch that, and we all get inspired by each other, and we make art. We make fun things to watch. We can make fun experiences for each other and for other people, you know? I know I sound like a broken record, but I can't thank you guys enough. You guys have changed my life. You guys have changed my life. You've changed my life. And I'm forever grateful for it. And for all of you, and I'm so thankful that I get to share music with you guys, and that I get to nerd out with you guys, and I get to make jokes and have fun with you guys, and that we get to, you know, do all this together. And I'm thankful that, you know, I go to a grocery store and people see me and they're like, "Hey, hold it, man, I love Epic," and I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much," you know, and that people will be like, "Yeah, I'm working on this thing," and I'm like, "It's awesome," you know. Thank you for everything. I love you all. I'm gonna cut this video before I start crying.